while these visions do appear, and this weak and idle thing no more yielding, but a dream.
Join our group and you will find happy days bring in another moon.
Or days will quickly steep themselves in night. Or nights will quickly dream away the time. And then the moon, like to a silver boat, new bent in heaven, shall hold the night of our solemnities.
Hippolyta, I wooed thee with my sword, and won thy love doing thee injuries. But I will wed thee in another key, with pomp, with triumph, with revelling.
Happy be Theseus, our renowned Duke.
Thanks, good Aegeus. What is the news with thee?
Full of vexation come I, with complaint against my child, my daughter Hermia. Stand forth, Demetrius. My noble lord, this man hath my consent to marry her. Stand forth, Lysander, and my gracious Duke. This man hath bewitched the bosom of my child. Thou, Lysander, thou hast given her rhymes and interchanged love tokens with my child. With cunning hast thou filled my daughter's heart and turned her obedience, which is due to me, to stubborn harshness. And, my gracious Duke, be it so she will not be here before your grace. Consent to marry with Demetrius. I beg the ancient privilege of Athens, as she is mine, I may dispose of her. It shall be either to this gentleman or to her death, according to our law, immediately provided in that case.
What say you, Hermia? Be advised, fair maid. To you, your father should be as a god, one whom composed your beauties, yea, and one to whom you are but a figure in wax, by in his power to leave the figure or disfigure it. Demetrius is a worthy gentleman.
So is Lysander.
In himself he is, but in this kind, wanting your father's voice, the other should be held worthier.
How would my father look but with my eyes?
Rather, you must with your father's eyes look.
I do entreat your grace to pardon me. I know not by what power I may bold, but I beseech your grace that I may know the worst that may befall me in this case, if I refuse to wed Demetrius.
Either to die the dead or abjure forever the society of men. Therefore, fair Hermia, question your desires, know of your youth, examine well your blood, whether if you yield not to your father's word, forever endure the livery of a nun, to be in a shady cloister nude, chanting faint hymns to the cold fruitless moon.
So will I grow, so live, so die, my lord. My soul consents not to give sovereignty.
Take time to pause, and by the new moon, the sealing day betwixt my love and me, on that day either prepare to die for disobedience to your father's will, or else to wed Demetrius as he would.
Relent, sweet Hermia. Lysander, yield thy crazy title to mine certain right.
You have a father's love, Demetrius. Let me have Hermia's. Do you marry him?
Scornful Lysander. True, he hath my love, and what is mine, my love shall render him. And she is mine, and all my right of her I do estate unto Demetrius.
I am my lord, as well possessed as me, as well derived. My love is more, my fortitude in every way is fairly ranked, if not with vantage as Demetrius, and, which is more than all these boasts can be. I am beloved of beauteous Hermia. Why should I not then prosecute my right? Demetrius I'll avouch to his head, who showed love to Nadar's daughter, and won her soul. And she, sweet lady, dotes in idolatry upon this spotted and inconstant man.
I must say I have heard thereof, and spoke of Demetrius, but being overfull of self-affairs, it must have slipped my mind. But come, Demetrius, and come, Aegeus, I have some private schooling for you both. Hermia, see you arm yourself to fit your father's fancies, or else the law of Athens, which by no means may we extenuate, will yield you up, to death or to a single life. Come, Hippolyta, what cheer, my love?
With duty and desire we follow you.
How now, my love? Why is thy cheek so pale? How chance the roses do they fade so fast?
Like want of rain, which I could well beteen them from the tempest of my eyes.
I methought that I could hear by tale of history. The course of true love it never did run smooth, but either it was different in blood,
Oh, hell, to choose love by another's eyes?
or if there was a sympathy and choice. War, death, or sickness did lay siege to it, making it momentous as a sound, swift as any shadow, short as any dream. So quick, bright things come to confusion.
If then true lovers have been ever crossed, It stands as an edict in destiny.
A good persuasion. Therefore hear me, Hermia. I have a widowed aunt, a dowager, of great revenue, and she hath no child. From Athens is her home, remote 7 leagues, and she respects me as her only son. There, gentle Hermia, may I marry thee, and to that place the sharpest Indian law cannot pursue us. If thou lovest me, then steal forth thy father's house tomorrow night, and in the wood, a league without the town, where I did meet thee once with Helen, to observance to a morn of May, there will I stay for thee.
My good Lysander, I swear to thee by Cupid's strongest bow, by his best arrow with the golden head, by the simplicity of Venus' doves, by all the vows that ever men broke, and number more than ever women spoke. In that same place thou hast appointed me, tomorrow, truly will I meet with thee.
Dancing in the dark, you between my arms.
as well. Look, here comes Helena.
Godspeed, fair Helena. Whither away?
Calling me fair? That fair again and say, Demetrius loves your fair. Oh, happy fair. Your eyes are Lord's stars and your tongue sweet air, more tunable than lark to shepherd's ear. When wheat is green, when hawthorn buds appears, grass is catching. Oh, what favour so yours would I catch, fair Hermia, ere I go. My ear would catch your voice, my eye your eye, my tongue should catch your tongue's sweet melody. Were the world mine, Demetrius being baited, the rest I'd give for you translated. Oh, teach me with what art you sway the motion of Demetrius' heart.
I frown upon him, yet he loves me still.
Oh, that your frowns teach my smell such skill.
I give him curses, he gives me love.
Oh, that my prayers could such affection move.
The more I hate, the more he follows me.
The more I love, the more he hateth me.
His folly, Helena, is no fault of mine.
None but your folly with that fault mine.
Take comfort. He no more shall see my face. Lysander and myself shall fly this place.
What?
Before the time I did Lysander see, seemed Athens as a paradise to me. Oh, know what graces in my love do dwell, that he hath turned a heaven unto a hell.
Helen, to our mind we will unfold. Tomorrow night, when Phoebe doth behold her silver vision in the watery glass through Athens' gate, we have devised it to steal.
And in the woods where often you and I, upon faint primrose beds were wont to lie, emptying our bosoms of their counsel sweet, there my Lysander and myself shall meet. And thence from Athens turn away our eyes to seek new friends and stranger companies. Farewell, sweet playfellow, and pray thou for us. Good luck grant thee by Demetrius.
Helen, adieu. As you on him, Demetrius dote on you.
Oh, happy summer while the sun can be. Through Athens I'm thought as fair as she, but what of that? Demetrius thinks not so. He will not know what all, but he do know. And as he is doting on Hermes' eyes, so I admire his qualities, things base and vile, folding no quantity. Love can transpose to form and dignity. Love looks not with the eyes, but with the mind, and therefore is winged Cupid painted blind. Hath love's mind of any judgment taste, wings and no eyes, figure any heedy haste. And therefore is love said to be a child, because in choice he is so oft beguiled, as waggish boys in game themselves forswear, so the boy of love is perjured everywhere. For Demetrius looking on Hermes' eyes, he hailed on oaths that he was only mine. But when this hail some heat from Hermes felt, so he dissolved and showers of rose did melt. I will go tell him of their Hermes' flight. Then to the woods will he tomorrow night pursue her, and for this intelligence, if I have thanks, it is a dear expense, but hearing me I to enrich my pain, demonstrate thither and back again.
Read the names of the actors by the scroll. what I'm for, and proceed.
You, Nickbottom, I sat down for Pyramus.
Pyramus! What is Pyramus? A lover or a tyrant?
A lover that kills himself most gallant for love.
Ask for some tears in the true performing of it. If I do it, let the audience look to their eyes. I will move storms. I will condole to some measure, to the rest. Yet am I chiefly humour, be that of a tyrant. I could play Urcles rarely, or a part to terror cannon to make all split.
Francis played the
raging on, the shivering shots shall break the locks of prison gates, and Phoebus' cup shall shine from far, and make mar of foolish fates. Now this was lofty, now name the rest of the players. This was Circle's vein, the tyrant's vein. A lover is more condoling.
Francis played the bellows mender.
Here, Peter.
You, Francis Flint, are to take Thisbe on you.
Thisbe. Now, what is a Thisbe? A wandering knight.
It is the lady that Pyramus must love.
Nay! Faith let me play a woman. I have a beard coming through.
That's all one. You shall play to the wig and speak as small as you will.
Oh, let me play Thisbe too, and I shall speak in a monstrous little voice. Thisbe, Thisbe.
Pyramus, a lovely and a dear lady. No, you must play Pyramus, and you, Francis, play Thisbe.
Well, proceed.
Robin Starveling, the tailor. Here, Peter. You, Robin Starveling, I sat down for Thisbe's mother.
Yes.
Tom Snell, the tinker.
Give me to wince.
You, Pyramus's father. Myself, Thisbe's father, and...
Snug the joiner?
Snug the joiner. The lion's part. And I hope here is a play fitted.
Is the lion's part written? Pray you, if it be, give it me, for I am clothed.
You may do it extempore. For it is not the boring.
Let me play the lion's part too, and I will roar, that I may make any man's heart good to hear me. I will roar, that I may make the Duke say, let him roar again, let him roar again.
You shall do it too terribly. You'll frighten the Duchess and the ladies, and then there will shriek and a whir enough to hang us all.
I grant you, friends, that if we should fright the ladies out of their wits, they would have no discretion but to hang us. But I will aggravate my voice that I may roar. Any sucking dove, I will roar. As for any nightingale,
You can play no harp in Pyramus. Oh, Pyramus is a sweet-faced man.
Oh yeah,
A lovely man.
I guess.
A most lovely, gentleman-like man. Therefore, you must needs play Pyramus.
rehearse most obscenely and courageously. Take pains, be perfect. Adieu.
At the Duke's Oak, meet.
Enough! Hold or cut those strings. Yeah.
How now, spirits, whither wander you?
Over dale, there are bush, there are briar.
Over park, over pale, there are flood, there are fire.
We do wander everywhere.
Sifted in the moon's sphere.
To serve our fairy queen.
Dew her orbs upon the green. Houses tall, hedges mean. They got coats spots, you see, those be rubies.
Fairy favors.
In those freckles that they're safe. We must go seek some dewdrops here. Hang upon him, castles here. Farewell, thou love of spirits. We'll be gone.
Our queen and all her elves, come here, alone.
Say
boy, crowns him with flowers and makes him all her joy. And now they never meet in grove or green, by fountain clear or spangled starlight sheen, but they drew square, that all their elves for fear creep into acorn cups and hide them there.
Either I mistake your shape and make inquiry.
You are that shrewd knavish sprite. Call it, Robin Goodfellow.
I'm not cheeky.
That frightens the maidens of the villagery.
And sometime make the drink to bear no balm.
Mislead night wanderers.
Laughing at their harm, there's that hobgoblin crew and sweet puck.
And not you who
Thou speakest aright. I am that merry wonder of the night. I jest over and make him smile. Then the whole choir holds their hips and laughs, and waxen in their mirth, and knees, and swear a merry hour was never wasted there. But room fairies, here comes O'Brien.
Met by moonlight, proud Titania.
What? Jealous, Oberon? Fairies, skip hence. I have sworn his bed and company.
Tarry, rash wanton! I'm not I thy lord.
Then I must be thy lady. But I know when thou hast stolen from fairyland, and in the shape of Corin sat all day playing on pipes of corn, versing love to amorous Phillida. Why art thou here? Come from the farthest steep of India, but that forsooth the bouncing Amazon, your buskin mistress, and your warrior love. To Theseus must be wedded, and you come to give their bed joy and prosperity.
Canst thou thus for shame, Titania, glance at my credit with Hippolyta, knowing I know thy love for Theseus?
These are the forgeries of jealousy, and never, since the middle summer spring, met we on hill, in dale, forest or mead, by paved fountain or brushy brook, or in the beached margin of the sea, to dance our ringlets to the whistling winds. But with thy brawls thou hast disturbed our sport. Therefore the winds, piping to us in vain as in revenge, have sucked up from the sea contagious fogs, which falling in the land of every pelting river, made so proud they have overborne their continents. The human mortals want their winter here. No night is now with him or carol bless. Therefore the moon, the governess of floods, pale in her anger, washes all the air, that rheumatic diseases do abound. And thorough this distemperature we see the seasons alter. Hoary-headed frost, far in the fresh lap of crimson rose, and on old Himes thin and icy crown, an odorous chaplet of sweet summer buds is, as in mockery set the spring, the summer, childing autumn, angry winter, change their wonted liveries in the mazed world by their increase. Now knows not which is which. And this same progeny of evils comes from our debate, from our dissension. We are their parents and original.
Do you amend it then? It lies in you. Why should Titania cross her Oberon? I do but beg a little changeling boy to be my henchman.
Set your heart at rest. The fairyland buys not the child of me. His mother was a votaress of my order, and in the spicy Indian air by night full often has she gossiped by my side, sat with me on Neptune's yellow sands, marking the embarked traders on the flood, when we have loved to see the sails conceive and grow, big-bellied with the wanton winds, which she, with pretty and with swimming bed, following her womb, and rich with my young squire, would imitate and sail upon the land to fetch me trifles and return again from a voyage rich with merchandise. But she, being mortal, of that boy did die. And for her sake do I rear up her boy, and for her sake I will not part with him.
How long within this wood intend you stay?
Perchance till after Theseus' wedding day. If you will patiently dance in our rounds and see our moonlight revels, come. If not, shun me and I will spare your haunts.
Give me the boy and I will go with
Now to
you!
the light fairy kingdom! Fairies, away! We shall chide down right by the longest stay.
Well, go thy way! Thou shalt not from this grove till I torment thee for this injury. Gentle Puck, come hither. Thou rememberest since once I sat upon a promontory, and
and heard a mermaid on a dolphin's back, uttering such dulcet and harmonious breath, that the rude sea grew civil at her song, and certain stars shot madly from their spheres to hear the sea maid's music.
I remember.
That very time I saw, but thou couldst not, flying between the cold moon and the earth, Cupid, all armed. A certain aim he took at a fair vestal thrown in by the west, and loosed his love shaft smartly from his bow as it should pierce 100,000 hearts. But I might see young Cupid's fiery shaft, quenched in the chaste beams of the watery moon, and the imperial votaress passed on in maiden meditation, fancy-free. Yet marked I, where the bolt of Cupid fell. It fell upon a little western flower, once milk-white, now purple, with love's wound, and maidens call it love in idleness. Fetch me this flower, this herb I shoot thee once. The juice of it, on sleeping eyelids laid, will make all man or woman madly dote upon the next slight creature that it sees. Fetch me this flower, and be thou here again ere the Leviathan consume a league.
I'll put a girl around the earth in 40 minutes!
Having once this flower, I'll watch Titania while she sleeps, and drop the liquor of it in her eyes. The next thing then she waking looks upon, be it on lion, bear, wolf or bull, on meddling monkey or on busy ape, she shall pursue it with the soul of love. And ere I take this charm from off her sight, as I can take it with another herb, I'll make her undrug the boy to me.
Eleanor,
Demetrius?
But who comes here? I'm invisible, and I will overhear their conference.
Demetrius?
I love thee not, therefore pursue me not. Where is Lysander and fair Hermia, the one I'll slay and the other slay me? Thou toldest me they were stolen unto this wood, but here I am, and woe within this wood, because I cannot meet my Hermia. Hence, get thee gone, and follow me no more.
You draw me, you hard-hearted adamant, yet you draw not iron. My heart is as true as steel. Leave me your path to draw, and I shall have no power to follow you.
Do I entice you? Do I speak you fair, or do I not, in plainest truth, say that I do not, nor I cannot love you?
Even for that do I love you the more. I'm a spaniel, and Demetrius, the more you beat me, I will fawn on you. Use me but as your spaniel, span me, strike me, neglect me, lose me, only give me leave. What is the place can I beg in your love, in a place of high respect with me, than to be used as you use your dog?
Tempt not too much the hatred of my spirit, for I am sick when I look on thee.
And I'm sick when I look at you.
You do impeach your modesty too much. To leave the city and trust yourself into the hands of the one that loves you. Not to trust the opportunity of night and the ill counsel of a desert place with the rich worth of your virginity.
Your virtue is my privilege, therefore it is not night when I do see your face, therefore I'm not in the night.
I'll run from thee and hide me in the brakes and leave thee to the mercy of wild beasts.
Oh, well, this is not such a hard as you.
I'll not stay thy questions. Let me go, and do not believe that if you follow me, I will do thee mischief in the woods.
And in the temple, in the town, in the field, you do me mischief. Fight if you choose, you cannot fight for others men may do. We should be burned and we're not made to woo. Walk in your rainbow paradise. Strawberry kisses, stay the night. I get so lost inside your eyes.
Welcome, wanderer. I saw the flower there.
There it is.
Pretty. I know a bank where the wild thyme blows, where oxlips and the nodding violet grows, quite over canopy with luscious woodbine and with sweet musk roses and with eglantine. There sleeps Titania some time of the night, lulled in these flowers with dances and delight. There the snake throws her enamelled skin, weed wide enough to wrap a fairy in. And with the juice of this, I'll streak her eyes and make her full of hateful fancies. Take thou some wood, and seek through this grove. A sweet Athenian lady is in love with a disdainful youth. Anoint his eyes, but do it so the next thing he espies may be the lady. Thou shalt know the man by the Athenian garments he hath on. Affect it with some care that he may prove more fond on her than she upon her love. And look thou meet me here the first cock crow.
Fear not, my lord, for your servant shall do so.
Come, now a roundel and a fairy song. Then, for the third part of a minute hence, to make my small elves' coats and some keep back the clamorous owl that nightly hits and wonders at our quaint spirit. Sing me now asleep, and to your offices and let me rest.
sentinel.
Thou seest when thou dost wake, do it for thy true love take. Love and languish for his sake. Be it ounce or cattle bear, pard or boar with bristled hair, in thine eye that shall appear when thou wakest it is thy dear. So far thing is near.
Fair love, you faint with wandering in the wood, and to speak troth I've forgotten our way. We should rest us, Hermia, if you think it good, and tarry for the comfort of the day.
It's so. Lysander, find you out of bed, for I have won this banquet rest my head.
One tertius certus pillow for us both, one heart, one bed, two bosoms, and one troth.
Are you good, Lysander? For my sake, my dear. When further off yet, do not lie so near.
Take the sense, sweet of my innocence. I mean that love takes the meaning in love's conference. I mean that my heart onto yours is knit, so that but two hearts we can make of it. A single bosom interchained with an oath, so then two bosoms and a single troth. Then by your side, no bedroom knife, lying so Hermia, I do not lie.
Lysander riddles very prettily. Gentle friend, for love and courtesy, lie further off. In human modesty, such separation as may well be said becomes a virtuous bachelor and a maid. So far be distant, and good night, sweet friend. Thy love ne'er alter till thy sweet life end.
Amen, amen to that fair prayer, say I, and end life and iron loyalty. Here is my bed. Sleep give thee all his rest.
With half that which the wish's eyes do press.
But Athenian found I none, on whose eyes I might prove his flowers bore since during love. Night and silence. Who is here? Weeds of Athens he doth wed. This is he, my master said, despised of the Athenian maid. And here the maiden, sleeping sound, on the dank and dirty ground. Pretty soul, she durst not lie near this lack love, this kill courtesy. Chill upon thy eyes I throw all the power this charm doth own. When thou wakest, let love forbid sleep his seat on thy eyelid. So awake when I am gone, for I must now to Oberon.
Stay there, thou kill me, sweet Demetrius.
Cast me hence, and do not haunt me thus.
Or wilt thou darkly leave me? Do not so.
Stay on thy peril. I alone will go.
Why am I out of breath in this fun chase? Oh, I pray the lesser is my grace, happy as Hermia, where she lies. For she hath blessed and attractive eyes. How came my eyes so bright? Not with salt tears, if so, my eyes are oftener washed than hers. No, the sucker is a bear! The beast that made me run away for fair. Then no marvel though to me Lysander, on the ground, dead, or asleep. I see no blood, no wound. Lysander, if you live, good sir, awake!
And run through fire for thy sweet sake. Transparent Helena, nature shows up that through thy bosom makes me see thy eye. Where is Demetrius? Oh, how fit is a word as that vile name to perish on my sword.
Lord, oh, what, you love your Hermia. Lord, what though? Yet Hermia still loves you, then be content.
Content with Hermia? I do repent the tedious minutes with her I have spent, not Hermia, but Helena Riley, who would not change a raven for a dove. The will of a man is by his reason swayed, and reason says you are the worthy you made. Things growing are not ripe until their season, so I, being young till now, not ripe to reason, and reaching the point of human skill, reason becomes the master to my will, and in your eyes where I will look, love's richest stories written in love's richest book.
Wherefore was I to this keen mockery born? When at your hands did I deserve the scorn? Is it not enough? Is it not enough, young man? I did never, no, nor never can deserve a sweet look from Demetrius's eye. But you must blot my insufficiency. Good truth you got wrong, good sooth you do. In such disdainful manner me to woo. But fare you well, perforce I must confess, I thought you a lord of more true gentleness. That a lady of one man refused should of another, that will be abused.
She's not Hermia. Hermia, sit down there. And never mayest come thy standing near, for as a surfeit of the sweetest things the deepest loathing to the stomach brings, so thou, my surfeit and my heresy, of all be hated, but the most of me, and all my powers, my love and might, to honour Helena to be her knight.
Help me, Lysander. Do thy best to pluck this crawling serpent from my chest. I made pity. What a dream was here. Lysander began to quake with fear. Lysander? What? Removed? Lysander? Lord? Out of hearing? Gone? No sound, no word. I swear it was fear. No. I well perceive that you're not night. And death you will find immediately.
Are we all met? Oh.
Here's a marvellous, convenient place for our rehearsal. Oh, this green plot shall be our stage, and this Hawthorne break our tiring house. And we will do it in action as if we'll do it before.
Peter Quinns,
What sayest thou, Bully Bottom?
there are some things of this comedy over Pyramus and Thingy that will simply never please. First, Pyramus must draw a sword to kill himself, which the ladies simply cannot mind. How answer you that?
A parlous fear.
Well, I believe we should leave the killing out when all is done.
Not a whit. I have a device to make all well. Write me a prologue and make the prologue seem to say that we will do no harm without swords and that Pyramus is not killed indeed. For the more better assurance, tell them that I, Pyramus, am not Pyramus, but am the weaver. This will put them out of fear.
Well, I will write you such a prologue, but it shall be written in 8 and 6.
No, let it be written in 8 and 8.
Will not the ladies be afeard of the lion?
I fear it, I promise you.
Masters, we ought to consider with ourselves. A lion among ladies is the most dreadful thing. For there is no more fear for wild fowl than your lion living, and we ought to look to it.
Therefore, another prologue must tell you as a lion.
Yes. No. You must name his name, and he himself must stand forth, and half his face must be seen through the lion's neck, and he must say this all to the same effect. If you think I come hither as a lion,
If I come hither as a lion,
it were a great pity on my life.
it were a pity on my life.
For I am no such thing.
I am no such thing.
I am man.
I am man.
As other men are. Yeah, and then let him name his name. Tell them plainly he is Snug the Joiner.
Well, if that may be, then all is well. But there are 2 hard things. That is, to bring moonlight into the chamber. For you all know, Pyramus and Thisbe meet by moonlight.
Doth the moon shine the night we play our play?
A calendar! Look in the almanac. Find out moonshine! Oh!
A calendar.
Oh! Yeah!
Yes, it does shine that night.
Why then, may we leave the casement of the great chamber window where we perform open, so that the moon may shine in at that casement.
Or we have someone come in with a bush of thorn and a lantern and say she comes to present the person of moonshine. But then there is another hard thing. That is, to bring a wall into the great chamber. You all know, Pyramus and Thisbe talk through the chink of a wall.
You can never bring in a wall. What say you? Bottom.
Well, I believe that some man or other must present wall, and he himself must have some plaster or loam or rough cast about him to signify wall. And he must hold his fingers thus, since through that cranny shall Pyramus and Thisbe whisper. Like this.
Well, if that may be, then all is well. Come sit every mother's child and rehearse your parts. Pyramus, you speak your speech, and once you finish, enter into that break, and so everyone according to his...
What headman hosebuns have we swaggering here, so near the cradle of the fairy queen? Thisbe, stand forth.
down here a while, and by and by I will to be up here.
A stranger pyramus than e'er played here.
Must I speak now?
Hey, Mary, must you? You must understand. He goes but to see a noise that he heard, and is to come again.
Most radiant Pyramus, most lily-white of youth colour, and red rose of trials breed, most frisky juvenile unique of lovely June, as true to his horse that yet would never tire. I'll meet thee, Pyramus, at Nay's tune.
Ninus tune. Man, why not speak that yet? That you answer to Pyramus. You speak all your parts at once, cues and all. Pyramus, enter, you cures pass, it is never tire.
As true to his horse that yet would never tire.
Thisbe, if I were fair, I were only thine.
What's this? Oh, strange! Pyramus is Pyramus!
Don't tie the horse up, please. Don't tie the hound. And then embark and grunt and roar and burn. Like horse hound, hold dead by every turn.
I see then, knavery. This is to make me afeard. No, I'm changing. What do I see on thee? You see an ass head of your own, do you? Do you?
Oh, bless thee, Nick, but bless thee, that one.
I see they make this to make an ass of me. To affright me if they could, but I will not stir. Oh my goodness, from this place, do what they can. No, I will walk up and down, and I shall sing, and they shall hear that I am not afraid. At first I was afraid, I was terrified, thinking I could never live without you by my side. And then I spent so many nights thinking how you did me wrong. And I grew strong, and I learned how to get along until you're back. I just looked in to find you here with that sad look upon your face. I should have changed that stupid lock, I should have made you leave the key. If I'd known for just 1 second, you'd be back for the minute. Go on now, go. We'll get going. Turn around now, there's no broken anymore. What do you want? You tried to hurt me with your mind. Think I'd crumble, think I'd lay down and die. Oh no, not I. Oh no, not I. I will survive. Oh, as long as I know how to love, I know I'll stay alive. I've got all my life to live, I've got all my love to give, and I'll survive. I will survive. Hey. Not to fall apart, and tried hard to mend the pieces of my broken heart. And then I spent so many nights feeling sorry for myself. I used to cry, but now I hold my head up high. Now you see me.
I pray thee, gentle Lord, sing again. Mine ear is much enamored of thy note. So is mine eye, enthralled to thy shape. And thy fair virtues force before so move me on the first you to say, to swear, I love thee.
Methinks, mistress, you should have little reason for that. some honest neighbours would not make them friends. Nay, I can leak upon occasion.
Thou art as wise as thou art beautiful.
Not so neither, but if I had wit enough to get out of this wood, I would have enough to serve mine own
Out of
turn.
this wood do not desire to go. Thou shalt remain here, whether thou wilt or no. I am a spirit of no common rate. The summer still doth tend upon my state, and I do love thee. Therefore, go with me. I'll give thee fairies to attend on thee, and they shall fetch thee jewels from the deep, and sing while thou on pressed flowers dost sleep. And I will purge thy mortal grossness, so that thou shalt like an airy spirit come. Peace blossom, cobweb, buff pearl, and mustard seed. Ready.
And I. Where shall we go?
Be kind and courteous to this gentleman. Hop in his walks and gamble in his eyes. Feed him with apricots and dewberries, of the purple grapes, green figs, and mulberries. For honey bags still from the humble bees, and for the night tapers, crop their waxen thighs to light them at the fiery glowworm's eyes, to have my love, to beg, and to arise. And pluck the wings from the painted butterflies, to fan the moonbeams from his sleeping eyes. Not to him, elves, do him courtesies.
Beseech thy worship's mercy heartily. I love thy worship's name. Oh, good Mistress Colbert, I shall desire you more acquaintance. Your name, honest gentlewoman?
Peace blossom.
Peace blossom.
I love him.
Your name, man?
Mustard seed?
Mustard seed. Oh. And?
Come, lead him to my bower. The moon, methinks, looks with a watery eye, and when she weeps, weeps every little flower, lamenting some enforced chastity. Tie up my love's tongue. Bring him silently.
Bring the beat in. Honey, honey, I can see the stars all the way from here. Can't you see the glow on the window pane? I can feel the sun whenever you're near. Every time you touch me, I just melt away. Now everybody asks me why I'm falling out from ear to ear. But I know, nothing's perfect, but it's perfect. I could fight through my tears. And finally you put me first. Baby, it's you. You're the one I love. You're the one I need. You're the only one I see. Come on, baby, it's you. You're the one that gives us all. You're the one I can always call when I need to make everything stop. Finally, you put my love on top. Oh, come on, baby. You put my love on top, 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 top. You put my love on top. Oh, come on, baby. You put my love on top, 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 top. My love on top, baby. I can hear the wind whipping past my face as we dance the night away. Your lips taste like the night's champagne as I kiss you again and again and again and again. Now everybody asks me why I'm falling out from ear to ear. But I know, nothing's perfect,
Signal that she's hanging all her hopes on
Titania be awakened. Then what it was that next came in her eye that she must dote on in extremity. Here comes my messenger now. How now, mad spirits? What might rule about this haunted grove?
My mistress with the monster is in love. Meeting her close and consecrated bow, while she was in a non-sleeping hour, a crew of patches, rude mechanicals, that worked for bread on Athenian stalls, were met together to rehearse a play intended for great Theseus' nuptial day. The shallowest thick-skin of that barren sort, her pyramus presented in their sport, forsook his scene and ended in a break. When I did him at this advantage take, an ass's null lay fixed upon his head, and on his Thisbe must be answered, and forth my mimic comes. So at his side away his fellows fly, and here o'er one falls. They murder Christ, and a hell from Athens calls, their sense thus weak, lost in their fear thus strong. I led them on in this distracted fear, and left sweet Pyramus translated there. When in that moment, so it came to pass, Titania waked, and straightway loved an ass!
Yes! This works out better than I could devise. But, hast thou yet lashed the Athenian's eyes with the love juice?
I took him sleep, that is finished too, and the Athenian woman by his side, so that when he waked, of course she must be I.
Stand close. This is the same Athenian.
This be the woman, but not this the man.
Oh, why rebuke you him that loves you so? Lay breath so bitter on your bitter foe.
Now I would chide, but I should use thee worse, for thou, I fear, hast given me cause to curse. If thou hast slain Lysander in his sleep, being overshoes in blood, then plunge in deep and kill me too. For it cannot be that thou hast murdered him. So should a murderer look, so dead, so grim.
So should a murderer look, so should I. Pierced through the heart with your stern cruelty, yet you, the murderer, look as bright, as clear as yonder Venus in a glimmering sphere.
What's this Lysander? Where is he? Oh, good Demetrius, will thou give him me?
Rather give his carcass to my hounds.
How dog out, cur, thou draggest me past the bounds of maiden's patience.
Hast thou slain him then? His blood be never numbered among men. Oh, once tell true, even for my sake. Dost thou looked upon him being awake, and hast thou killed him sleeping? Brave touch.
You spend your passion on a misprized mood. I am not guilty of Lysander's blood, nor is he dead for aught that I can tell.
I pray thee then, tell me that he is well.
If I could, what would I get there for?
A privilege never to see me more, and from thy hated presence part I so. See me no more, whether he be dead or no.
I mean, there is no following her in this fierce vein. Here, there for a while I shall remain.
What hast thou done? Thou hast mistaken quite, and laid the love juice on some true love's sight. Of thy misprecision must perforce ensue some true love turned and on a false turned true.
The fate overrules that one man holding troth, a million fell, confounding oath on oath.
About the wood go swifter than the wind, and Helena of Athens, look thou find. All fancy 6 years and pale of cheer, with sighs of love that cost the fresh blood dear. By some illusion, see thou bring her here. I'll charm his eyes against she do appear.
I go, look how I go, swifter than the arrow from the Tartar's bow.
Flower of this purple dye, hit with Cupid's archery, sink an apple of his eye, when his love he doth espy, let her shine as gloriously as the Venus of the sky. When thou wakest, if she be by, beg of her for remedy.
fairy band. Helena is here at hand, and the youth mistook by me, pleading for a lover's fee. Shall we therefrom pageancy? Lord, what fools these mortals be!
Stand aside! The noise they make will cause Demetrius to wake.
Then we'll two at once we're one. Oh, wait.
Why should you think I will in scorn? Scorn and douche never come in tears. Look, when I fell, I weep, and thou so born. In the nativity all truths appear. How can these things in me seem scorn to you, bearing the pageant faith to prove them true?
You do advance your cunning more and more when truth kills truth. Our terrors only free these vows of Hermes. Will you give her all?
I had no jumping when to her I swore.
Oh, no, in my mind now you go.
Demetrius loves her and he loves not you.
I mean, like, what? Demetrius?
Oh, Helena, goddess, perfect divine, to what my love shall I compare thy eye? Crystals muddier, how ripe and show thy lips, those kissing cherries tempting grow. Your hike and your white high Taurus snow, fan to the eastern wind, turns to a crow. When thou holdest up thy hand, oh let me kiss this princess of pure white, the seal of bliss.
I see how bent to set against me your merriment. If you were civil and you courtesy, you would not do me this much injury. May you not hate me as I know you do, but you must join in solace to mock me too. Try to exploit a manly enterprise to conjure tears up in a poor maid's eyes with your derision, and of noble sort would extort a poor soul's patience, all to make you sport.
You're unkind, Demetrius. Be not so. For you love Hermia, this you know I know it here. With all goodwill, with all my heart, and Hermia's will I wield you up my part, and in yours to Helena, to me bequeath whom I do love and will do to my death.
Never did mockers waste more idle breath.
Lysander, keep thy Hermia, I will none. If e'er I loved her, all that love is gone. But it was my heart, but as guest-wise sojourn, now to Helena, it is home returned. There to remain.
Helen, it is not so!
To disparage the faith thou dost not know, lest thy peril thou abide, dear. Look where thy love comes, and yonder is thy dear.
From the eyes function takes the aim of quick of apprehension, mates. Thou art not by mine eye, Lysander found. Mine ear, I think it brought me to thy sound. Why kindly didst thou leave me, sir?
Why should he stay? Whom doth love press to go?
What love could press Lysander from my side?
Lysander's love that will not let him bide. Fair Helena, who more in gilds tonight than all you fiery oaths and eyes of light. Why seekest thou me? Could not make me know the hate I bear for thee, made me leave thee so.
You speak not as you think. It cannot be. She is one of this confederacy. See they conjoin all three to confession this false born in spite of me. Injurious Hermia, most ungrateful maid, have you conspired? Have you with this contrived to bait me with this foul derision? Is all the counsel that we two shared, the sisters' vows, the hours that we had spent when we chid the hasty fitted time for parting us? Was all forgot, all school days, friendship, childhood innocence, and will you rent out ancient laws unto to join with men? It's called It's not friendly, 'tis not maidenly. Our sex is not but I alone do feel the injury. I'm amazed at your passionate words. I scorn you not. Seems that you scorn me. Have you not set Lysander as in scorn to follow me and praise my eyes and face, and your other love, Demetrius, who but now did spam me with this but to call me goddess, nymph divine, rare, precious, celestial? Wherefore speaks he this to her he hates? And wherefore doth Lysander deny your love so rich within his soul? But why are you setting on? Are you a consent? When I thought I'd be not so in grace as you, so hung upon with love, so fortunate, miserable most to love unloved, lest you should pity rather than despise.
I understand not what you mean by this.
You do persever, counterfeit sad looks, make mouths upon me when I turn my back, wink at each other, hold the sweet jest up. This sport well carried shall be chronicled. If
well, 'tis partly my own fault. Death or absence soon shall remedy.
Say to the Helena, to my excuse, my love, my soul, fair Helena.
Oh, excellent, sweet, do not scorn her so.
He cannot entreat. I can compel.
Thou canst compel no more than she entreat. Thy threats have no more strength than her weak prayers. Helen, I love thee. By my life I do, and I swear that by which I am willing to lose thee, to prove him false as I love thee not.
I say, I love you more than a king can do.
If thou say so, withdraw and prove it too.
Quick, come. No, he'll seem to break loose, but take on as you would follow. You are a tame man. Go.
Hang off, thou cat. Thou bird, vile thing, let loose or I'll shake thee from me like a serpent.
What change is this? Sweet love.
Thy love, our tawny tartar, loathed mission, hated potion, hence!
Do you not jest? And so do you.
Demetrius, I'll keep my word with thee.
I would I had your bond, for I perceive a weak bond holds you.
What? Should I hurt her? Strike her? Kill her dead? Although I hate her, I will not harm her so.
What? Can you do me greater harm than hate? Hate me? Wherefore me what news, my love? Am I not Hermia? Am I Lysander? I'm as fair now as I was a while. Since night you loved me. Yet since night you left me. Why then, you left me on the goods of bid in earnest, shall I say?
Aye, and never did desire to see thee more, therefore be out of hope, of question, of doubt, be certain, nothing true, it is no jest that I do hate thee! And love Helena!
You temple, you capable to me, thief of love! Why have you come by night and stolen my love's heart from him? Fine, I think, have you no modesty, no maiden shame, no touch of bashfulness? Why, you can't be... Puppet, you! Puppet! Why so? Now I perceive that she hath made compare between our statures. She hath urged her height, and with her personage, her tall personage, her height forsooth she hath prevailed with him. And are you grown so high in his esteem, because I am so low and dwarfish? How low am I, thou painted maple? Speak! How low am I? I'm not yet so low that my nails cannot reach unto thine eye. You rock me till death. I don't know about me. I'm a right made for my cowardice. I have no gift in all the shrewdness. You don't strike me. You may think because she is something lower than myself that I can match you. Lower again. Good Hermia, do not be so bitter with me. I have more did love you to ever keep your counsels, never wronged you. Save that. In love unto Demetrius, I told him of your stealth unto this wood, but he hath chid me, hence to spend me, strike me, to kill me too. So now will I bear my folly back to Athens while I go? Let me go. You see how simple and fond I am. Get you gone. Who's that hinders you? Foolish heart. I leave here behind. What with Lysander? Demetrius.
Be not afraid, she shall not harm thee, Helena.
No, sir, that you take her part.
Oh, when she's angry, she's keen and shrewd. She was a vixen when we went to school, and though she be but little, it's fierce. Little again! Nothing but low and little! Oh, you suffer to flout me, does it come to her?
Did you gone, you dwarf? You minimus of hindering not grass maid, you bead, you acorn!
Our two officials, in her behalf, let her alone. Speak not of Helena. For if thou dost intend so little show of love to her, thou shalt buy it.
Now she holds me not. Now follow thou darest to try who's right in thine and mine and most in Helena.
Follow. Nay, I'll go with thee. Cheek by jaw.
I should know the man by the Athenian garments he has on. And so far blameless proves my enterprise, that I have anointed an Athenian's eyes. And so far am I glad it did so sore, for this their jangling I esteem a sport.
Thou seest these lovers seek a place to fight.
Yep.
I therefore, Robin, overcast the night. Starry welkin cover thou anon with drooping fog as black as Acheron, and lead these testy rivals so astray that one come not within another's way. Like to Lysander sometime frame thy voice, and stir Demetrius up with bitter wrong, and sometime rail thy late Demetrius. And from each other look thou lead them thus, till all their brow death can fade in sleep, with leaden legs and batty wings doth creep. Then crush this herb into Lysander's eye, whose liquor hath this virtuous property to take from thence all error from his might, and make his eyeballs roll with wonted sight. When they next wake, all this derision shall seem a dream and fruitless vision, and then back to Athens shall the lovers wend, with league whose date till death shall never end. Whiles I in this affair to thee implore, on altar my queen, and beg her Indian boy, and then I will her charmed eye release from monsters' view, and all things shall be peace.
My fairy lord, this must be done with haste, for night's swift dragons cut the clouds full fast, and yonder shines a war's harbinger.
But we are spirits of another sort. I with the morning's light have oft made sport, and like a forester the groves may tread, even till the eastern gate, all fiery red, opening on Neptune with fair blessed beams, turns yellow gold in his salt green streams. But, notwithstanding, haste! Make no delay, we may effect this business yet ere day.
Up and down, I will lead them up and down. I am feared in field and town, godly lead them up and down. Here comes one.
Where art thou, proud Demetrius? Speak thou now!
Here, villain, drawn and ready, where art thou?
I'll be with thee straight.
Follow me then to plainer ground.
Lysander, speak again. Thou run away, thou coward. Art thou fled? Speak! In some bush? Where dost thou hide thy head?
Thou coward, art thou bragging to the stars, telling the bushes that thou lookst for wars and wilt not come? Come, recreant, come, thou child, I'll whip thee with the rod.
Yea, art thou there?
Follow my voice, we'll try no manhood here. Coward, why comest thou not?
He goes before me and still dares me on. When I go where he calls, then he is gone. The villain is much like to kill than I followed fast, and fast did he fly. And fallen in a dark, uneven way am I. Come thou, gentle day, for if but once show me thy grey light, I'll find Demetrius and revenge this spite.
Abide me, thou darest, for where I watch, thou runs before me, shifting every place, and darest not look, nor stare me in the face. Where art thou now?
Come hither, I am here.
Nay, then thou mockest me. Thou shalt buy this dear, if ever I thy face by daylight see. Now go thy way! Venus constraineth me to measure out my bed, my length, cold bed, by day's approach, wait to be visited.
O weary night, O long and tedious night, by every hour shine comforts within the east, so I made back to Athens by daylight, from these that my poor company detest, and sleep, that sometimes shuts up sorrow's eye, still me well from my own company.
Yet but three, come one more, two of both kinds make up four. Here she comes, cursed and sad.
I was so weary, I was so in woe.
On the ground, sleep sound, I'll apply to your eye, gentle lover remedy. When thou wakest, thou takest true delight in the sight of thy former lady's eye, and the contrary proverb known, that every man should take his own. In your waking shall be shown, Jack shall have Jill, nor shudder ill. The man shall have his mare again, and all shall be well.
Oh yes, one more, thank you. Oh, got it again. No one here. Excuse me. Yes, a little bit more. Lovely.
Come, sit thee down upon this flowery bed, while I thy amiable cheeks do coy, and stick musk roses in thy sleek, smooth head, and kiss thy fair large ears, my gentle John.
Where's Peas Blossom?
Ready?
Scratch my head, Peas Blossom. Now, where's Madam Moth?
Ready?
Madam Moth, good madam, against you, your weapon in your hand, and kill me! And let him tumble be on top of the thistle. Now, Cobweb, bring the honey bag. Where's Madam Mustard Seed?
Ready?
Oh, Madam Mustard Seed, help Cavalry Pearl to scratch. For I must to the barber's, for methinks I'm marvellously hairy about the face, and I am such a tender ass, and when my hair do but tickle, I must scratch.
What? Wilt thou hear some music, my sweet love?
I have reasonable good ear in music.
Sleep thou, and I will quiet thee in my arms. Fairies, be gone, and be always away. Oh, how I love thee, how I dote on thee.
Look at his ears. He has a tail.
Welcome, good Robin. Seest thou the sweet sight? Her dotage. Now I do begin to pity. When I had once at my pleasure taunted her, and she in mild terms begged my patience, I then did ask of her changeling child, which straight she gave me, and her fairy sent to bear him to my bower in fairyland. And now that I have the boy, I will undo this hateful imperfection of her eyes, and, gentle Puck, take this transformed scalp from off the head of this Athenian swain, that he awaking when the other do may all to Athens back again repair, and think no more of this night's accidents, but as the fierce vexation of a dream. First, I will release the fairy queen. Seest thou wast wont to see, beest thou wast wont to be, Dian's bud or Cupid's flower hath such force and blessed power. Now, my Titanium, wake you, my sweet queen.
My Oprah, what visions have I seen? Methought I was enamoured of an ass.
There lies some love.
How came these things to pass? Oh, how mine eyes do loathe his visage now.
Silence, one. Robin, take off this head.
When thou wakest with thine own bull's eyes peep,
Sound music. take hands with me, and rock the ground whereon these sleepers be. Now thou and I are new and amity, and will tomorrow at midnight solemnly dance at Duke Theseus' house triumphantly. There shall the pairs of faithful lovers be wedded, with Theseus all in jollity.
My fairy king, attend and mark, I do hear the morning lark.
Then, my queen, troop we after the night's shade. We the globe can compass soon, swifter than the wandering moon.
Come, my lord, and in our flight, tell me how it came this night that I, sleeping here, was found with this mortal on the ground.
No doubt they rose early to observe the rite of May. But speak, Aegeus, is this not the day that Hermia gave the answer of her choice?
It is, my lord.
Good morrow, friends! St. Valentine's is past. Begin but these woodbirds to couple now.
Pardon? My lord.
I pray all stand up. I know you two are rival enemies. How comes this gentle concord in the world? To sleep I hate and fear not enmity?
My lord, I shall reply amazingly, half sleeping, half waking, so I cannot truly say how I came here. But as I said, and for truly what I speak, and I do distinctly so it is. I came with Hermia hither. Our entombment was to be gone where we might, without the peril of this,
Enough! Enough, my lord! You have enough. I beg the law upon his head. They would have stolen away. They would, Demetrius, thereby to have defeated you and me, you of your wife, and me of my consent. Of my consent that she should be your wife.
My lord, fair Helen told me of their stealth in this wood, of this their purpose hither to this wood, and I, in fury, hither followed, and fair Helen, in fancy, following me. But, my good lord, I wot not by what power, but by some power it is, my love to Hermia melted as the snow. It seems to me but as a remembrance of an idle goat in which in my childhood I did dote upon. But now, the virtue and the faith of my heart, the object and the pleasure of mine eye is only Helena. To her, my lord, I was betrothed ere I met Hermia. But, my lord, as in sickness I did loathe this food, but as in health, come to my natural taste. For now I do wish, love it, long for it, and will forevermore be true to it.
Fair lovers, you are fortunately met. Of this discourse we will hear anon. Aegeus, I will overbear your word, for in the temple, by and by with us, these couples shall be eternally knit. For now, as the morning grows something worn, away with us to Athens, 3 by 3. We'll hold a feast in great solemnity. Come, Hippolyta.
These things seem so small and indistinguishable.
Methinks I see these things with parted eye when everything seems double.
Methinks I see Demetrius, like a jewel, mine own and not mine own.
Are you sure that we are awake? For it seems to me that yet we dream, we sleep. Was the Duke not here and bid us follow him to the temple?
Yea, and my father.
And Hippolyta.
And he did bid us to follow to the temple.
We are awake. Let's follow them. And by the way, let us recount our dreams.
When my cue comes calling, I'll answer. My next is most fair Pidimus. Peter Quince, Francis Flute, the bellows mender, Tom Snout, Starveling, God's fine knife stolen hence and left me here asleep. I have had a most rare vision. I've had a dream. Past not of men say what dream it was. Man is but a fool here to expound this dream. Methought I had. There is no man that can tell what. And methought I was. But man's but a patched fool if you were to say what methought I was. The eye of man hath not heard, the ear of man hath not seen, man's hand to taste, his tongue to expound, nor his heart to report what my dream was. I shall get Peter Quince to write a ballad of this dream, and it shall be called Bottom's Dream, since it hath no bottom. And I shall sing it at the latter end of the play with this beautiful coat. Oh! And the Duke may say, I love thee. Oh, yes, I will. And peradventure, to make it more gracious, I shall sing it at her death. Huzzah! If not, then the play is marred. It goes not forth. Doth it?
No. There's not another man in all Athens to discharge Pyramus. My team.
And he is simply the best wit any handicraft man in all Athens.
It's very powerful for a sweet voice.
Masters, Duke is coming from the temple, and there are 2 or 3 lords and ladies more married. Our sport had gone forward. Bit old and mad.
Where are these lads? Where are their hearts? Masters, I am to discourse the wonders, but ask me not what for if I tell you I am no true Athenian.
Well, let us hear it, Bottom.
Well, I will tell you everything right as it fell out. Not a word from me. I must say is the Duke hath dined. Every man get your apparel together, good strings to your beards, new ribbons to your pumps. Every man look over the short and long of it. For our play is preferred. Yes. Now away. Away. That's oh.
That apprehend more than cool reason ever comprehends. The lunatic, the lover, and the poet are all of imagination compact.
That whole story of men are told over, and all their minds transfigured so together. One witnesseth in fancies images, and grows to something of great constancy, but howsoever strange and admirable.
Here come the lovers, full of joy and mirth. Joy, friends, may love and joy accompany your days.
More than to us, wait in your royal door, which your board, your bed.
Come now. What masks? What revels are at hand? Is there no play to ease the long age of 3 hours between our after-supper and bedtime? Where is our usual manager of mirth? Is there no play, no dance? Call Philostrate.
Here, mighty Theseus.
What abridgment have you for this evening? Is there no play? How shall we beguile the time if not with some delight?
There is a brief of how many sports are right. Make choice of which your highness will see first.
The battle with the centaurs, to be sung by an Athenian eunuch to the harp.
Oh, it's real good.
Not sorting with a nuptial ceremony. The ride of the tipsy bachelors, tearing at the Thracian singer in their rage. Will none of the kind. A tedious, brief scene of a young Pyramus and his love, his very tragical mirth. Tedious and brief, merry and tragical, that is wondrous hot ice and cold snow. How shall we come to the concord of this?
A play there is, my lord, some 10 words long, which is as brief as I have known a play. But by 10 words, my lord, it is too long, which makes it tedious. For in all the play, there is not one word apt, one play fitted. And tragical, my noble lord, it is. For Pyramus therein doth kill himself. Which, when I saw rehearsed, I must confess, made mine eyes water. But more merry tears, the passion of loud laughter never shed.
Who is those that do play it?
They're hard-handed men that work in Athens here, which have never laboured in their minds till now, and now have taught their unbreathed memories with this same play against your nuptial.
And we will hear it.
My noble lord, it is not for you. I have heard it over, and it is nothing in the world.
We shall see this play, for never anything can be amiss when simple duty tender it. Go, fetch them, and ladies, take your places.
I love not to see wretchedness overcharged, and duty in its service perishing.
You shall see no such thing, my gentle sweet, for the kind are we to give them thanks for nothing. Our duty shall be to take what they mistake, what poor duty cannot do. Noble respect comes in might, not merit.
Trust me, sweet. Out of this silence yet, I picked a welcome.
So please, your grace, the prologue is addressed.
Let them approach.
Love is
I, by name, present a wall. And such a wall, as I would have you think, had in it a cranny, hole, or chink, through which the lovers, Pyramus and Thisbe, did whisper offer very secretly. This loam and rough cast and stone doth show that I am that same wall. The truth is so. And this the cranny is, right and sinister, through which the fearful lovers are to whisper.
Tally-ho! Oh, grim looked the night. Oh, night with hue so black. Oh, night, which ever art when day is not. I fear thy Thisbe's promise is forgot. Oh, but wall. Oh, wall. Oh, sweet, oh, lovely wall, that stands between her father's ground and mine. And, oh, wall. Oh, sweet, oh, lovely wall. Show me thy chink in which to blink through with mine eye.
Thanks, courteous wall.
Do shield thee well. But what see I? No Thisbe do I see. Oh, wicked wall, of whom I see no grace. Cursed be thy stones for thus deceiving me. Yonder he comes, yonder she comes. Your voice, I will to the chink to spy my Thisbe's face. Thisbe!
My love, I think.
And like thy love, and like Lymander, am I trusty still?
And my Helen, to the fates kill me.
As shovelers to progress were so true.
And shovelers to progress, I to you.
Oh, kiss me through the whole of this vile, ugly, disgusting wall. No!
I kissed the walls whole. And not your lips at all.
Wilt thou add ninnies to meet me straightway?
Time life, time death, I come without delay.
Huzzah!
And thus have I, wall, my part to so, and being done, thus wall away doth go.
You ladies, you, whose gentle hearts do hear the smallest monstrous mouse that creeps on the floor, may now, perchance, both quake and tremble here, when lion rough in wildest rage doth roar. Then know that I one snoke the joiner, and a lion's fell, nor else no lion's dam, for if I should come as lion into this place, 'twere pity on my life.
This lanthorn doth the horned moon present. This lanthorn doth the horned moon present. Myself, the man in the moon to seem to be.
It seems to me small act of discretion that she is waning, but yet, in courtesy, we shall stay the time.
Proceed, Moon.
All that I have to say is to tell you that this lanthorn is the moon, I, the woman in the moon, this thorn bush, my thorn bush, and this dog,
to thy sunny beams. I thank thee now for shining down with thy glorious glittering gleams. I trust to take of truest Thisbe's sight. But stay, oh spite, what mark, poor knight? What dreadful doll is here? I still see. How can it be? Oh, dainty Duggo dear, thy mantle good, now stained with blood. Approaching fury smell, cut thread and drum, quail crushed and gluten quell. For wherefore didst thou lie in Spain, since lion hath deflowered my dear, which is, which was the dearest dame, who lived, who loved, who liked, who looked with cheer. At sword, confound, come tears, and sword, and wound, the pap of bitterness, I that left pap, where the heart doth hope. And thus die I, thus. Now am I dead? Now am I fled? My soul is in the sky. Tongue, lose thy light. Moon, take thy flight. Get out, moon. And now I die! 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 Blah!
She will find them by starlight and with their passion end the play.
I hope she will be brief. Asleep, my love? What? Dead? I'm here as Speak! Quiet down. Oh, dead, a tomb is for those sweet eyes. These lips, my lips,
fortnight overwatched. Sleep, friends. A fortnight holds our solemnities. Each night a new jollity.
Now the hungry lion roars, and the wolf behows the moon. Now 'tis the time of night, that the graves all gaping wide. Everyone let forth his sprite, in the churchway past to glide. And we fairies that do run, by triple Hecate's team, from the presence of the sun, following darkness like a dream. Now our frolic, not a mouse shall disturb this hallowed house. I am sent with broom before, to sweep the dust behind the door.
Through the house give gathering light, by the dead and drowsy fire. Every elf and fairy sprite hop as light as bird from briar. And this ditty after me sing and dance it trippingly.
First rehearse your song by rote, to each word a warbling note. Hand in hand with fairy grace will we sing and bless this place.
Now until the break of day, through this house each fairy stray. To the best bride bed will we, which by us shall blessed be.
Every fairy take his gate, and each several chamber bless. Through this palace with sweet peace, and owner of the bless, ever shall in safety rest.
Troop away, make no stay, meet me all by break of day.
And this weak, idle thing, no more yielding, but a dream. Gentles, do not reprehend. If you pardon, we will mend. And as I am an honest pup, if we have unearned luck, now to escape the serpent's tongue, we will make amends ere long. So good night unto you all. Give me your hands, if we be friends, and Robin shall restore amends.
the heart.